Hello, friends. I've moved a lot in my adulthood, and several times when I moved, I visited a dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen, over 4 dozen churches in each search to find where the Lord would have me to plug in and use my experience, education, and gifts. And a few times I kept a list of those that I visited, even ranked with brief note comments, and I thought I would share some of these lists to perhaps highlight and hopefully help any churches beyond just this list and church leaders and pastors as evidence that you never get a second chance to make a first impression, and to let you all hear what an experienced, committed churchgoer found impressive or unimpressive, discouraging, or even unbelievable with regard to another potential church visit or not, and let you then consider how an average or an infrequent church seeker might feel when visiting your church, and how you might, could, and should tighten up your welcoming game and improve what you do for the sake of visitors, the strength of your church ministry, and the kingdom at large. Things you may not be aware of, may be taken for granted, or being ignorant about because you don't see the relevancy outside of your regulars for your church's success, growth, and future. In this video, I'm going to share the list from where I lived from 2016 to 2019 and visited 35 churches in my first year in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, and around Hardin County. And after visiting 35 different churches, I found the one to plug into. It wasn't among the best, which is why the Lord called me there to assist. And I was very blessed to have served there on staff for 2 years and beyond. I once heard it said, find a church that needs you more than one you think you need. The rest of the churches on this list were ones that I couldn't offer them anything, for good or bad reasons, or they were perhaps lost causes, and some of these I will leave anonymous. I'll share my first visit impressions from best to worst, even indicating the line below which I simply wouldn't be able in good conscience to recommend. Hopefully hearing these things will be eye-opening, encouraging, and motivating to you and your church to be on point, carrying out your church mission and gatherings with common sense and consideration and sensitivity to nervous, knowledgeless new guests, and increase your retention rate and thrive in your community for the greater good and the sake of God's kingdom. All right, so here we go. Number 1, the Driven Church, Elizabethtown. My notes say music decent, message excellent, coffee ? People not terribly friendly. Number 2, Grace Heartland Church, Elizabethtown. Music really good, message good, coffee good, people friendly enough. Number 3, New Hope Community Church, Elizabethtown. Music was lively, message was good, people were friendly enough, far drive from my home. I usually like to roll thinking, if you're driving more than 30 minutes from where you live, perhaps you're taking yourself out of your day-to-day context, and a church closer to you should be better because it might include your neighbors, your friends. All right, number 4, First Christian Church, Elizabethtown. Music spectacular, coffee, yellow cake message, baptism/salvation link. I guess I thought the message was pretty generic and that they were equating baptism with salvation. Number 5, The Bridge, Elizabethtown. Music was okay, message was okay, coffee and food good, people friendly. Number 6, Revolution Ministries, Elizabethtown. Music was okay, message was good, good service length, coffee and snacks. Number 7, Cornerstone/Memorial United Methodist Church, Elizabethtown. Music needs work, message unmemorable, coffee and donuts, not greeted. Whoa. 8, Youngers Creek Baptist, Youngers Creek, Kentucky. Music needs leader, pastor/message was pretty good. And below this line I have indicated here, these are ones that I just simply couldn't recommend to anybody from here on out. Number 9, The Journey, Baptist Church, Elizabethtown. Music was good, coffee, people not very engaging, clicky. Number 10, Fellowship Independent Baptist, Radcliff. Music was familiar, message was practical straight talk, mild-mannered. Number 11, Stithton Baptist, Radcliff. Music was familiar, pastor is new and seems down to earth. Number 12, Crossroads Baptist Church, Elizabethtown. Music was polished, message was average, coffee ? Not greeted. Number 13, Lakeside Worship Center, Elizabethtown. Music was rockin'. Message was okay. 1.75 hour long service. 14, Valley Creek Baptist Church, Elizabethtown. Music was pretty good, but unfamiliar. Message like an auction. All right. Number 15, Severns Valley Baptist Church, Elizabethtown. Everything was polished, controlled, complex, chaos. The next one, number 16, music is so-so, bassist excellent, message is pretty good, coffee, question mark. Number 17, Grace Fellowship, Elizabethtown. Music is good, message is long, 1.75 to 2 hour long service. 18, Connections Church. Music could use direction, messages are old, coffee, minimal greeting. And I want to tell a funny story. I was invited to this one by my friend Harrison Noble, and while I was there, as the message time approached, the pastor said, all right, pull out your Bibles. And when I mean Bible, I'm talking about paper, something you can put your hands on, hardback, paperback, something you can write in, take notes, highlight. And then he proceeded, after discouraging people to use their phones for reading the Bible, he proceeded to preach the entire message from a PowerPoint screen of several very, very, very busy overheads. And I was looking around like, am I on candid camera? Did this guy just say this and then just do what he did do? It was pretty ironic. Number 19, Trinity Wesleyan Church, Elizabethtown. Music was okay. Message was unimpressive. People not very welcoming. 20, Calvary Assembly of God, Elizabethtown. Music was okay-ish. Message was old news. People were nice. No coffee. 21, Victory Life Fellowship, Elizabethtown. No coffee. Music was unimpressive. Message Pentecostal hootin'. No coffee. Boy, I put that on there twice on that one. 22, I must have been tired. Muldrow Baptist Church. Music and message were average. People were friendly. Too far away. 23, Sovereign Grace Baptist, Elizabethtown. Piano only. Long, irrelevant message. Meal after was nice, though. 24, Valley View Baptist, Vine Grove. Music was bleh. Message 2. No coffee, lots of singing, compliments though. Oh, then people must have complimented me on my singing. Hey, all right. 25, Parkway Baptist Church, Hodgenville. Music decent, guest speaker, coffee, far drive, not talked to inside. 26, this one I wrote, music was painful, preaching was lifeless, but there was a Keurig available. 27, Rhema Praise Christian Center, Radcliff. Music, a cappella / karaoke. Apparently my son and I were the only two white folks there, no problem. 10 people, however, service 2 hours long. All right, Elizabethtown Baptist Church, Elizabethtown. Choir, no drums, old congregation, preaching was okay, no coffee. 29, Locust Grove Baptist Church, Elizabethtown. Music weak, message weak. People were minimally friendly, no coffee, far away. Number 30, Emmanuel Baptist Church, Elizabethtown. Music was weakish. Message was unmemorable, no coffee, greeted a little. 31, Elizabethtown Church of Christ, Elizabethtown. A cappella, decent message, nice people, exclusivist. Not exactly certain what I meant by that, but I felt like there was either something exclusive in the message or the vibe there. Number 32, Heartland Free Will Baptist, Elizabethtown. Music and message were country and old time as advertised. Number 33, St. James Catholic Church, Elizabethtown. Packed mass, gorgeous architecture and grounds, excellent food pantry ministry. Number 34, Gloria Dei Evangelical Lutheran, Elizabethtown. Boring liturgical 9 a.m. service, but they had snacks and drinks after. And number 35, this church was called a lost cause, according to the director over the Southern Baptist churches in the area. And I said to myself, I'd like to go see what a lost cause church looks like. And it was Athertonville Baptist Church in Athertonville, Kentucky. My notes say, not meeting at this time, 1 member left, had no plan for the future. Some of those churches are already no longer in business. Looks like the 4 things I most noted were the music, the teaching, the people, and the amenities. I hope this video helps some churches and leaders avoid pitfalls in these common sense areas of their ministry. God bless.